Welcome, everybody, to your regularly scheduled morning workout talk brought to you by Literary Pharaoh. I'm running mad late, man. Mad late. But today I don't have work today because of the buildings that I work at. They have no power due to the recent storm we had here. So I kind of slept in a little bit longer. And I don't know if you guys know. I've talked about this before. Maybe you guys don't know, but I remember I told you guys about my mom's health. And so this morning, my job today will be to, after I go to the gym, I come home, freshen up. I'm going to go to my mom's house and watch her and make sure she's okay. She was recently, as of last week Thursday, I believe, she was discharged from the nursing home, and so she's at home right now. And me and my siblings, we've been sort of just doing all we can to support her for now. She's able to do things on her own, but due to her, she has a wrist injury that's not allowing her to do anything with her hand. But one of her hands, I believe her left hand. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Yeah. These challenges and adversity. These things come and they happen. It's been rough because I spent Wednesday. Wednesday I got off work early to take her to her doctor's appointment, which was May 15th. Thursday I left work early when she was discharged to get her out of the nursing home to bring her home. Friday I also left work early to come be with her to help her out. I didn't go Saturday. She wanted me to come again Saturday. I'm like, Mom, I can't. My sister has to go. Somebody else has to go. But it's been rough because when she initially got put in the nursing home, she was upset at us, saying that, oh, why are we doing that? We're like, well, because right now, in your mental state and the things you're doing, you can't be alone. You need somebody to help you. And then plus she has she was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, and that's the accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid that lodges, that stays in the brain, and it causes all sorts of impediments, blurred vision, dizziness, headaches. And so she had that as well. And it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. And it's been a lot on us as a family, like me and my siblings, because we all have our own families. And my mom was really, really vehemently against going to the nursing home. So my brother, him being more linked and closely, closely engaged in the medical realm, he understands more of the medical terminology than I do. And he basically, when the social workers were asking us questions about, is someone going to be home with my mom to take care of her and this, we essentially lied. And it's backfired on us because they discharged her underneath the impression that somebody would be there with my mom all the time, and that's not the case. So now the burden is on us to work something out. I've been trying to call different people. My wife has my wife's mom, my mother-in-law, was a nurse. She is still a nurse. She's still working, but she also has a sister that was a retired nurse. She had came over to help my mom as well. It's just been really chaotic to be really honest with you guys. It hasn't been easy at all. And me leaving work constantly. That can't be good. This can't be something that's sustainable. And if we try to hire anybody, her benefits, my mom benefits, the medical benefits, it doesn't cover having a caregiver. It covers her having OT, which stands for occupational therapy, and it covers PT, which covers physical therapy. But in terms of having a caregiver over there to help her, that's not covered. We have to pay out of pocket for that, and most people are charging hourly rates of $25 to $30 an hour to be with somebody. And the kind of care she needs right now, because I mean she's walking on her own now, because due to the hydrocephalus, she was not able to walk. She wasn't able to do anything. She couldn't feed herself. She couldn't do anything. But she could walk on her own now. Slow walk, but she can move around on her own better. And we recently found out that the place that she was at, the nursing home, they were not giving her hydrocephalus medication. And to me, I mean, as you know me, I'm anti-medicine, you know me, but I know when it gets to a point where you are in dire need and you've gotten to the point where you're so bad, then you almost have to concede to the allopathic, means of medicine, which is dispensing toxic drugs. I don't believe in drugs, but they weren't even giving her hydrocephalus medication anyway. And then they kind of doubled down on the she was taking some antidepressants, but they were giving her the dosage they were giving her was too high, and this was all based upon what the nurse had told us. That's based upon what the nurse had told us. I have to stop and get gas, guys. Hold on for a second. Yeah, so the nurse had told us that the dosage was too high, so she was taking like 2 forms of antidepressants, and it was really making her like groggy. So we were all thinking that this was due to the hydrocephalus, because she already had the surgery for the hydrocephalus. They put in a shunt, and I talked about this on an earlier episode of Morning Workout Talk, and they put in a shunt in her brain and to allow the fluid to drain into her stomach. And yeah, so whatever drugs they gave her was too much. So even with all that, she was still able to gain her strength back a little bit, and she's able to walk around. That's with all those drugs in her system. So we stopped her from taking that. So she's getting stronger. Don't get me wrong. She's not getting worse. She's getting better. It's just right now it's hard to, with our schedules, try to meet her needs right now. But today, thankfully, I was off. I'll be able to go there this morning and help her out. Yeah, so that's why it's important, people, to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, man. Your health is your wealth. My mom didn't take care of herself. She worked overnight. She overworked. And it's not because she had to do it, because, she sacrificed for us. That wasn't the case. A lot of people use that for an excuse, but a lot of people just love money. They love materials. They'd rather spend. It's not out of necessity. A lot of the things we do it in excess. If we become more minimalist and have a more of a minimalist mindset. Of meaning, when I say minimalist, meaning that you have to tell yourself, you have to prioritize and tell yourself, what's the, in my house or in my life or in anything that I do, what's the minimal amount of things that I need without getting extra. You have to think that way, because the system has brainwashed us and pushed us in a position where we believe that the more we get, the more satisfied we're going to become. And that's so not true. The opposite is true. The less you have, the more content, the more joy you have. And I remember my mom would work, sometimes wouldn't come home. She would work 2-3 jobs at a time. She was a nurse. She was just working around, just getting overtime hours, and I don't know, man. She just didn't take care of herself. And my dad transitioned when I was 15 due to his health as well. This is what has pushed me to be the way I am right now. I saw, I don't have to relive the mistakes of my fathers or my parents. I see a mistake that's done, and I circumvent that by making wise decisions. I don't repeat the same thing. So I've gone against the grain and pushed myself to live in a way that's different from the way that my mom and dad lived. I understand people have to work, but don't abandon your health. Do not. And I'm not saying you have to be a gym rat or anything like that, but you have to be very conscious of what you're putting in your mouth, your exercising and everything, your mental state. Like right now, I didn't feel like getting up to come to the gym right now, but I don't have a choice. Death doesn't have a choice. Death is doing its job, killing people. Death is working 24/7 around the clock. Death is imminent. It's here. It's an inevitable reality that we all face. So if death is here and here to stay, then life has to also contend with that on an equal scale. And that's why I'm doing these things, because these are life-giving things. Eating properly, working out, exercising, being conscious of the things that you're putting inside your body. All those things matter. They matter. You can't fight death by giving death, then that's a lose-lose proposition. I don't want to get to my older age I don't want to be how my mom is. My mom is not even that old. My mom is like 70-something years old. To me, that's still fairly young. I've seen 70-something-year-old people that still look good and still have their mental faculties intact and still have their physical compartment still held together. But anyway, I'm here now. It's 5:03. Thank you guys for indulging me in another morning workout talk, and I'll be meeting you guys again on Wednesday. Take care.